Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. hmm Wow, that just hits the taste buds perfect. It's the cinnamon. That's what it is for sure. Wow, guys, what a beautiful morning. The sun is out here. When I came and I looked out my window, I saw all this frost on the grass. And so I was expecting to come out here and it be really super cold. Now it's a little chilly, but nowhere near as cold as what I thought it was going to be. So it is quite nice. And just take a look at the trees back in there. Beautiful trees. Now, most of them back there are deciduous trees, but I do have some evergreens. So even throughout the winter, it's going to have some green back there, which is going to be really nice. So glad I get to share it with you. Well, guys, this morning again, I was reading a couple different articles, and one of them really piqued my interest, and this comes out of the Netherlands. So apparently, Queen Maxima, or Maxima, I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced, but needless to say, she was given introductory speeches for a lot of the UN meetings that are going on over there. And apparently, from reading the articles, and I did listen to some of the videos there as well of this, it sure sounds like the introduction of a new social credit system over there for financial sectors anyway in the Netherlands. And so folks are saying, hey, get ready for almost a communist style, financial system under this new digital system, because apparently they are really moving forward to connect their central bank digital currency over there to some form of a social credit system. This is getting truly unbelievable, but it's going on in a lot of the socialist countries around the world. Now, look, one thing I will say about the Dutch is this: they are extremely entrepreneurial people. And in fact, way back in the day, I believe the first ever type of exchange, or kind of a stock exchange or whatever, came out of Holland way back when. Now, I believe that is correct. If you want to fact check me on that, please do, and put that information down there in the comments. But I remember learning that a long time ago, that the Dutch were very industrious about stuff like that, and they started, this, stock trading exchange kind of ideas and stuff like that. So very interesting. But needless to say, I just can't imagine what it must feel like to have this impending type of system literally hovering over your head, and you're out there trying to say, look, those folks got out there, look at all the farmers that showed up and literally were on the streets protesting a lot of things, and the government just ignored them completely and totally shut the whole thing down. It is truly scary, when you think about it in those terms. Now, hey, I'm not just going to pick on, the Netherlands there, because, of course, we all know what happened with the trucker convoy there in my home country of Canada, and it is totally shameful. Listen, they trucked all the way across Canada. They wind up in Ottawa there. Though they even had bouncy castles for kids, so kids could be down there. And, they had not a window was smashed, not a store was looted, nothing. But they brought in the army to kind of usher them out. It was so heavy-handed. It was seriously ridiculous. And this is the kind of thing where we're just going to have to keep pushing back. I don't believe that we can allow them to completely silence us altogether. Look, these are elected officials, and we need to remind them of that and who they are. They are not some sort of royalty, except, I don't know how. I think the Netherlands is a constitutional monarchy like Canada is, and certainly like Great Britain is. I don't know that for a fact. But my point is this: in these democratic societies, nation, countries, we do have a say. There are constitutional rights. But I'll tell you what, if you never fight for your rights, then it's kind of like this. And we used to have a saying when I was in the government and stuff like that: a barking dog with no teeth is no threat, right? The law has to have teeth. Now, the bite goes both ways, guys. It's not just them biting at us when we break the rules. We need to bite back and make sure there's accountability when they break the rules, which is, in a lot of cases, what's going on right now. And so that's where you have to get your voice out there. I have to get my voice out there, and we make it known. Now, that's what I think about that. Now, the other article that I was reading, has to do with capital gains over in the UK. Well, apparently they are reducing the capital gains exemption this coming year from £12,000 down to £6,000, and by 2024 to £3,000. Now, I have kind of foresaw this coming down the road for a lot of these countries around the world, that capital gains exemptions are going to go out the window. They are not. Look, in Canada, I think it's like, you're taxed on 50% of your capital gains. So that's pretty healthy up there. And in America, you have the long form and the short form. So if you hold that asset for over 1 year, then I think the percentage of tax is 20%. And but if it's shorter than that, it's 40% or something like that. And depending on how often you trade, it can be considered as a source of income, and then it's just treated like normal income tax. So my guess is you're going to see a lot of these tax exemptions getting heaved out the window and reduced until they're not there anymore, because it doesn't fit their model. It does not fit the model of, a socialist agenda, because let's be honest here, guys, when you're talking about a free market economy, usually that and tax incentives that go with it, that is a very kind of a right-wing approach to an economy, because we want this free market economy to work on its own, and where it's like, government, kind of take your hands off and let the market soar, let it do what it's doing. Because a lot of times all the regulation, if it's too heavy-handed, it literally stifles innovation and destroys any kind of entrepreneurial motivation. Because why? Why would you be motivated to go out there and invest your time, energy, wealth, everything like that to start up a business venture when you're not going to see any fruits of your labor? It doesn't work that way. And why doesn't it work that way? Because human nature doesn't work that way. It's always a risk-reward proposition, always. And the free market is the best market for that kind of type of situation to thrive, and certainly not government control. Now, that's how I feel about it. But look, we're moving towards a global type of social credit system that seems to go counterintuitive to all of that kind of stuff there. So, hey, anyway, those are my thoughts. Well, guys, listen, I have a great video coming out for us later on this afternoon. And remember, we have our live stream on Saturday there at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's 10 a.m. Texas time. And I really can't wait to see you there. I have some great stuff for you. Boy, it's kind of like, when you're young there and you're so excited to give a gift and you're itching to tell them what it is. And sometimes I was bad at that. I would, let the cat out of the bag before they even got to open it and stuff. It's kind of sad, but needless to say, I grew out of that. But still, I understand that excitement. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. So I can't wait to see you on Saturday, and it's going to be great. But otherwise, guys, until later on today, I sure hope you have a good one, and take care.